Oh man, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the concession stand. With what I just seen, I might be in a little bit of a good mood. Because last video, I did mention something about having to keep an eagle eye on Zenless. Because the prolonged treatment of Genshin, and then the recent few months treatment towards Sorrel is not giving the company any good looks. And that's why I said, gotta have to keep a close watch on Zenless to make sure they don't stray to the same path. And so far, they're doing quite the opposite. Dear Proxies, Zenless Zone Zero's official release is coming up to its 1-year anniversary, and the new Season 2 story is just around the corner. Today, our development team is thrilled to introduce upcoming new content, including a preview of Season 2's story, new areas, new experiences, and gameplay improvements, combat optimizations, and more. Come check it out with us. We have here 14 minutes video of a dev talk, because usually their dev discussions are just like through a Hoyo link post or Hoyo lab post. 7. Oh wait, this is a live. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Y. Welcome to today's Dev Talk. It's been nearly a year since the official release of Zenless Zone Zero, and we like to thank all proxies for their support.
They got them speaking English
Our
for this.
team will also like to use this opportunity to share with you some of the development progress for version 2.0
Ooh.
and our plans for the future of Zenless Zone Zero.
The plans for the story.
In Season 2
let's see
story,
for Season 2.
we will follow the protagonist to a unique area within New Eritol, Wi-Fi Peninsula, which will be the main stage for the story of version 2.0. Wi-Fi Peninsula is a district of the Throne Quarter, near the Lemnian Hollow. The earlier settlers of this region were tasked.
Alright. So, quick pause. So, they're going Chinese as a second region. Well, it's like they've done that before. Genshin has Liyue as the second region, but that was accessible on launch. And this is like later on. This is odd now I think about it. Japan before China and the Hoyo games throw me off.
And the name Wi-Fi is derived from the Cantonese characters for protect and anomaly, from the phrase protection from the anomaly called hollows. Later, an outpost was established here, which then became the city area Phalium Heights. Phalium Heights
Alright, there we go,
was built at
visuals.
the top of a cliff, overlooking the bay with its beautiful scenery. This is also an area rich in porcelain,
Okay.
a precious material that's highly resistant to
So
ether
basically keeping
corruption.
their standards.
Mining and processing porcelain has just become the
I might have to turn on subtitles, I ain't gonna lie. Because the accent is making it a little hard to catch certain like very specific names. It's like I get the general words he's saying, but just like when he's naming things, it's hard
top of a cliff,
to like discern it
overlooking
based
the
off the
bay with
accent.
its beautiful scenery. This is
Phalium.
also an area rich in porcelain, a precious material that's highly resistant to ether corruption. Mining and processing porcelain has just become the core industry of Wi-Fi Peninsula. Behind this massive industry and its profits, however, lies a tangled mess of factions. Here, we'll gradually unravel the clues we planted throughout the story this fall. For example,
But dang, hold up. Dang, I got a big butler boo back here. Like, what a guy got to do to get one a big bang boo plush? Like, this is about like 5-6 times bigger than a normal bang boo. Like, like imagine my background instead of just this shelf was just a giant bang boo. That would be pretty funny. But where did I display my HI3 hurt books? But anyways,
Sarah's true plans behind the sacrifice and the bringer incidents. The conspiracy.
Wait,
true
I
plans
missed
behind the
detail.
sacrifice.
the true plans between a sacrifice and bringer incidents. All right, there we go. We're getting back into investigating this.
Behind the mysterious exhausted and the truth behind the fall of the old capital, as well as the secrets of the Faison siblings. Meanwhile, our protagonists will encounter agents from various factions and embark on brand new
agents,
adventures.
and I need to see them.
For example, that Wayseeker with yellow cape we saw earlier.
Who is this? Oh my! I need to pull. I'm pulling this. I am pulling this character. Day 1, frame 1. We will be there. Oh, who is this, bro? We're only 2 minutes in.
Other than Yixuan, the current leader of Winghui Summit. She will make her debut as a key character in Season 2.
Key character, so we keep seeing her.
The protagonist will gradually uncover her mysterious past and become a new disciple of Winghui Summit. Yixuan will become our steadfast support and guide us in her craft as our mentor, helping us explore the hollows directly. Beside Yixuan, who oversees Winghui Summit, the defense forces Oboe Squad that we're all familiar with, as well as the previously revealed idol faction Angels of Delusion.
Dang, we gotta wait till the 2.x to get these. So that means that's a while out though. Yeah, so people that do not know the backstory, and also what the this Twitter, but why is it in light mode? Nah. Why in light mode? That's crazy. But the story behind this, it's like, unfortunately, these characters got leaked before launch. So it's like Zenless just kind of had to reveal that they exist at that point, because it spread way too far in too short of an amount of time. So basically it says before launch, technically, well, people that have been keeping up with this game since before launch all knew that these characters existed by now. It was just a matter of when they were going to launch. We'll just have to wait and see till 2.x.
We've prepared a Season 2 teaser trailer to be released on April 13th.
We will be there. We will be there. During my asthma of memories.
Information about the various factions will also be revealed then.
Alright. Compared to a regular update, was special about the content of Season 2. It's like, I like that they're calling it seasons and not just
the content direction of Season 2 will not just be simply adding more characters and areas. We've been taking feedback from our practice very seriously and incorporated this feedback into our design philosophy, making an adjustment from the ground up. I'll be sharing some of the results with you all during the program. The most noticeable change is in the map design. We've completely revamped the entire map
Explain.
And integrate the residential areas with combat zones at the system level, providing a more fluid and engaging gameplay experience.
Okay, that's general words. We need more description.
The main city area, Beilong Heights.
Right.
We made the area much larger to ensure comprehensive city functionality while allowing for potential expansion in future versions, while also reducing loading times caused by
Okay, so in simple terms, Future Sugarry has to explain that what I said for the past 2.5 minutes following where I cut this off, I just regurgitated and extended a point longer than it needed to be, and it led absolutely nowhere. We're just gonna skip ahead.
Transitions.
That's the best I can put it.
Will also be designed to match the local culture and the customs of the Wi-Fi Peninsula.
Honestly, I like that addition. Different dailies based on different region. It's just the easiest way to get people to try exploring a new area, which they've obviously implemented this before. Hoyo has. Well, Genshin is an example of this.
Area. As a business-savvy video
but how are they going to implement it is a different thing. Honestly, but how are they going to implement it? Honestly, I forgot how Genshin implements it because it's been so long. I haven't played the game since servers, so I forgot how you select which commissions you want to take from which region. It's like, didn't you have to... You had to pre-select it from what I'm aware, I think. But then they could also implement a system like Tribe 9, where it's like you go to, obviously there's a main building in both cities, you just go to one or the other if you want a certain city's commissions. So hopefully they prefer the go for the second option.
Manage various aspects of 随便 Temple.
It's just a lot easier to work
will
with.
Also be a part of our new life. This new gameplay features management simulation.
I feel like I missed something.
As a the local culture and the customs of the Wi-Fi Peninsula area. As a business-savvy video store owner, helping Winquay Summit manage various aspects of 随便 Temple will also be a part of our new life. This new gameplay features management simulation elements and the new features such as bamboo dispatch, integrating residential areas with
dispatch missions,
and creating a smoother experience. As for
that sounds
visuals,
like more rewards.
With the help and the careful maintenance of the proxies, 随便 Temple will gradually be restored to its former glory. Plus, various elements such as holes, scratch cards will take on new forms that match the vibes of 随便 Temple. The frequently mentioned loading issues has also been resolved in Feiliong Heights. Previously, due to a limitation in the underlying design, the video store that proxies see from outside along the street does not match the actual size of the video store from within.
What?
So, we need a loading screen to bridge the interior and the exterior of the store. In Feiliong Heights, however,
wait, it doesn't match, but which way is it? Is it that the outside doesn't match the scale of the inside, or is the inside smaller than what the outside makes it look to be? Questions for another day. Let's get on. It's taking too long.
Requires waiting. Additionally, we optimized the pathway in Feiliong Heights. The function area will be more concentrated, and the path to access each area will become more efficient and streamlined, ensuring that overall experience will become smoother and more fluid. Next, let's take a look at the ancient rooms of the Aerospace City, located within the Lemnian Hollow. Although the Aerospace City has long been devoured by the Hollow, the ether stable area at its edge is still being used to mine and produce porcelain. In version 2.0, we will begin our exploration of the Lemnian Hollow from the edge of the Aerospace City. With the past few versions as precious learning experience, its overall design will be more refined, with larger explorable areas, more robust systems, and more streamlined guidance.
I just noticed the little bar at the bottom. Yeah, and I noticed you're stalling on content. Get on with it. This little orange bar does not matter.
One distinct improvement is that after completing their training at 随便 Temple.
Wait. Comparison time. So showing how, well, this is already pretty streamlined. So it's like you log in. This has to be the worst on-the-spot reaction I have ever fucking done. Like, why do I have to keep correcting myself in post? Like, I'm just going to skip ahead to the part where I realize I corrected myself, but bro, it's like, I be pointing this nerve gun at people. Now I need to point it at myself, because what is going on with me? Like, just, well, it really is mainly because of a story thing, so skip ahead about 25 seconds if you don't want to get spoiled on that. Starting now. So basically, in this story, because of our low ether corruption, we couldn't go through hollows manually. That's why we have EOS do it. But then recent story has allowed it to where we have a lot less of that, and have unlocked some of the powers that are locked behind our eyes, and we can go into the hollows ourselves. So they're just playing into that little story bit.
system. Heights and the aerospace, their future holo exploration.
Means
will also
that we don't need the HDD to get in there.
Future holo explorations. While we've added new areas,
Alright,
the
QOLs
wouldn't just simply expand it up. In Season 2, we've redesigned the travel system, changing from the original sliding area selection system to a larger map format. We're also improving the UI experience. We also added.
They're not gonna show us what it looks like. Dang it! They want to surprise us for when the actual stream happens, because it seems like they got basically some. My guess is they got some drafts in, but they obviously want to wait till closer to a finalization date to when things are locked in place. But just early news that it is being worked on in the first place is at least good, because sliding through to try to get to certain sections, it's like it started to pile up as each update came on.
Map to the interface, along with the navigation features.
But also a mini-map too.
Can now select their destination more quickly and gain a clear understanding of new Eridu's geographical layout. Regarding plot structure, we've also noticed that since special episodes and basin stories are relatively independent story units, the current narrative structure results in weaker connections between plot points, resulting in a disjointed viewing experience.
Yeah, it makes sense, like, especially for new players.
We will merge special episodes and basin stories together, putting more focus on developing the connection between the various agents and the main storyline. We're also deepening the proxies environment. We will also steadily update the main storyline with each version, while ensuring that we do not compromise on its narrative quality. In addition to ongoing gameplay improvement, our team has also been constantly exploring the idea of bringing Zenless Zero to users for more.
This might be what I've been hearing about.
What I can reveal right now is that Zenless Zero is being prepared
Xbox
for
launch
on the Xbox platform. We'll share more info with everyone during the upcoming Xbox live stream.
Alright, combat adjustments.
The current combat design significantly diminishes the presence of the characters other than the main DPS.
Let me think about that. Okay, my guess is when it came to designing character kits, it's like they've been making it to where supports are more just they get their stuff in and get out like as fast as possible, just so you can just squeeze in as much main DPS time as you possibly can. It's not really anything that's inherently bad, but we'll see what they want.
Person tactical squad feels more like a solo operation. So
well, Miyabi is Miyabi, that's all I'll say.
We will enhance the functionality and performance of
non-DPS. Well, there also is the fact that Trigger does take a lot more field time than other supports do, so it's a path in the right direction.
For example, when agents are switched out, they can still remain on field and contribute to combat. Thus, there's a visual indication of their combat performance, while not affecting the player's control of the on-field agent. Another possibility is adding new attack and
what could they mean by this? But then the on-field is like, okay, they just want to make it show that they're really finishing and they're... Because you can swap into another character while, like, say you're doing Miyabi's, like, special attack with all her charges. You can switch to another character and that attack will still fully finish itself.
Defense
it's just making it more noticeable.
Specific moves might require specific counter strategies that require teamwork from different characters in your squad. Or in certain special combat areas, enemies can gain certain advantages through specific conditions. Of course, some of these are just preliminary ideas.
Okay, I was guessing some of those were just ideas.
In
okay, don't make us guess.
However, the ultimate goal of these optimizations is to enhance overall synergy between characters elevating both combat and visual experience to the next level.
Wait, insights on the design direction for upcoming version events.
To sum up, in our future development plans, we are aiming to optimize events
Wait a
in
minute.
3 aspects. First, we'll continue improving on existing game modes, such as Grand Muscle Adventure, Bamboo vs. Ethereal, and so
Wait
on,
a minute.
to make them more fun for players. At the same
These are a
time,
little bit of a
we'll be rolling
vibe,
out
though, I ain't
more
gonna lie.
exciting new gameplay. In future versions, we might see casual duels between bamboos.
Wait,
Or
what?
even get
Duels
to control a giant bamboo.
and a giant bamboo? What the heck? What? So we got Pokemon but bangbus, and then not only that, throwing in VMAX.
Combat. Besides events featuring our adorable bamboo,
Hey,
we will also introduce some slow-paced, relaxing events to enrich Proxy's everyday life.
okay, I'm just letting
story,
you vibing
such
to
as
this
spending
song for
joyful
no
moments
too,
with
but
agents
stop
at
blaming
hot
too
pot
much.
restaurants, movie theaters, and more. We also hope that beyond the intense and thrilling combat events, players can also take a breather to enjoy the lighter story events.
Alright, are there any plans in future versions regarding characters released earlier in the game? So, okay, this is as simple as just not having the characters only really appear in events that are just related to the update they release, or just relating to characters within the same squad. And people just want to see characters just keep making reappearances
Every
besides
character
just
is the
launch
result
dates
of our team's
and
blood,
reruns.
sweat, and dedication. Our team has put in quite a bit of effort to ensure characters are relatively future-proof and have long-term value. Showcasing a character's charm isn't just about mindlessly beefing up their stats.
Oh, this is gameplay
While
related too.
maintaining each character's unique traits, we will strategically enhance their unique traits, rather than just simply boosting their damage output. For example, we'll supplement or even rework certain skills and their
Oh, this
effects.
is more combat related. Oh, they're addressing this early. They're addressing this early because we already know, and they've told us about Star Rail characters getting buffs, in which the ones we will be getting are in 2.4 is going to be Silverwolf, Kafka, Blade, and Jingliu. I almost forgot. Basically, the original 3 Celeron hunters, and then our Moral Mar infected little cuckoo girl. But that's a whiles out, and those are just. But we don't know what they could possibly be doing, whether it's just buffing numbers up, which that would be the laziest shit. That would be the laziest thing they could ever possibly do. Or just reworks that we have no clue what, how they would work. So, Zenless is getting some Honkai treatment right now. The proper Honkai treatment as an HI3. We're not talking about Star Rail. So they're already announcing that off the rip, it's going to be kit affected.
Tailoring them to each character's experience.
To make them
Besides
relevant.
that, we'll also consider each character's role very seriously. While strengthening the characters,
Obviously, don't just
we will
when they'll
also
be doing
take
that.
into consideration their compatibility with other characters in future versions. In terms of storytelling, we hope that our characters, even
there's a
those
story
have
too.
already been released, can showcase their own unique charm.
Okay.
In version 1.7, for example,
Alright.
we'll get to see quite a few scenes between Lycan and Hugo. These interactions are crucial for the character's emotional investment in the long run.
Yeah, they do gotta. Well, I already knew they're gonna finish this because we know there's still some things still left unanswered.
We hope that every character can find a purpose
12.6 between
that
these two.
belongs solely to them in different corners of New Everything. Although it might be challenging to do this well, we'll continue to work hard to create more meaningful relationships between characters and players, or even take their bond to the next level.
Yeah, obviously, they can't really spoil how they're gonna do it because I don't want to spoil a story that's not even out yet. What else can you tell? Yes, what else can they
As a new
tell?
team,
Why has this been going on for half an hour? What am I doing? It's a 14-minute video. It's like I'm about to start pulling some fucking I'm Dante numbers.
Play elements. We've been working hard to make improvements, continuously incorporating feedback from proxies and optimizing our content. Thank you, proxies, for your continued
Okay, so that's just like the
feedback
corporate
and
spill.
support.
Like, yes,
In future
don't worry,
content
we're listening.
updates, we will prioritize ensuring content quality and humbly continue to welcome feedback and guidance from our proxies with the utmost respect. We hope Season 2 will bring proxies a more complete and smoother experience. If you encounter any issues with gameplay experience, we hope you will share more feedback through the official community channels. Your feedback and suggestions are crucial for our future content development. See you next time.
And that is it. Like, obviously, we can't fully predict how they'll implement everything. We can't predict how, well, we can predict how a mini-map is gonna look like. It's just a mini-map. But layouts of how we're gonna explore, besides just like the sides, just like scrolling through like each area and then clicking on which one we need to go to, and then just like, well, probably just gonna put it more like a grid with probably like a photo to just like show that this is that area. That's my guess. And then have subcategories along with it, because some do have subcategories. But let's see, we got stuff like better exploration, HDD not being a requirement for 2.x related content because of what happened in the 1.6 story. We have confirmation that character kits will be adjusted to make sure that they're less likely to fall victim to power creep. We have an absolute baddie I will be pulling for. Some confirmation that they're going to at least try to keep older characters relevant and story-wise. We have an Xbox release, which most likely will be on 2.0. So, Dev Talk. Oh wait, and also streamlining how they categorize, how they order up the bits of story. So especially that, mainly as a concern for new players that just end up possibly doing stuff later and then realizing that some things have happened out of order based on how they've played the game. And then improvements to events that have already been released. So it's cool that I did this in a video format. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. But I have been here for 37 freaking minutes to analyze a 14-minute video. I was expecting maybe 25, but things happen. So, you know what? I need to see your guys' take on how you feel about this. Leave it in the comments. So if you enjoyed my insight, leaving a like, definitely appreciate it. Subscribing, turning on that bell will obviously help. And then with that, the concession stand is closed. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.